ready? Same as usual. Here we go. Alright, wait. Start over. We're blowing.
Ruin sunset, yeah. You're back. That's the yeah song.
You want to do it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. One more time. Here we go. Now give me lots of volume, okay? Here we go.
Ruins of St. Yaya, you're back.
I apologize for my absence. I have been busy on projects. There has been lots of rain, there's been some snow, there's been grandbabies. There has been so much crazy since I got here in November that it's been very difficult for me to really think clear enough to get out these videos. I apologize. I would like to say that my Budmeister has healed. It was a very traumatic thing for both of us, and Buddy almost died, and it really distressed me. And during that time, I was dealing with my own teeth issues, as you see, and you might can hear I have new teeth. Ta-da-da. However, I am still dealing with they're new and trying to talk properly. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to show you the projects and tell you all that I have done in the last 2 weeks that you've not seen me. So here we go. Well, let's start with Phoebe's sweater. This is how far it was on many days ago. Now it has sleeves, and I am working on the little hood that will go on the top there. Now here's a little project that David and I worked on together, being I told him what I wanted to have done, and then he did it for me. And that is where my stovepipe used to exit, and it traveled across country with a big stovepipe sticking out the side, and now it is fixed outside and inside. Just for the aesthetics, I think it looks much nicer, don't you? Now this is a basket of bark because my youngest grandbaby, Piper, wants to build a fairy house. So I've been saving it and trying to keep it dry. Stay tuned. Now you really can't tell what was done unless you knew the trees. There was one right there that were standing, dead trees that had fallen, and when David came, we cut all that wood up. And here's our little campfire, and me and my grandbabies have already had a lovely roast. Actually, it wasn't a lovely roast. It was a boiling of water, and we made ramen noodles over the campfire. And here is all my stack of wood, and you'll be happy to know that it is now under a tarp, keeping dry. And something you may not have known is that I've got 4 100-watt solar panels, and I just moved these 2 into the sun where they are charging my lead acid house batteries so I can run a little fan and some lights. And of course, to put those solar panels there, I had to move my wood splitting station. So I did that too. And we move on into my shed where you see that David brought me a lot of my tools, and we hung them up here so that they would be out of my way but handy. And since I have made this clip, a lot of what you see is trash has been taken to the dump. But I have tools on both sides. See my shovels up there? I've got my yard rake, got my toolbox. Very happy. It's working out really well at keeping things dry. I've also been working in the back of my truck. My shelf is now attached to the wall so it don't fall over back there in the corner. And the wool curtains have been hung on new rods. There's Phoebe's sweater and part of her sweater. I am packing it up so that I can make a trip to North Carolina to take all of the things out of my storage and bring them here. And now we're going to take a little walk. You see where I'm sitting now? That's what I'm showing you. Here's the little tiny campsite, the ruins of St. Yaya. And now we're going to walk the little path, and we're going to take a little trip. We're just going to walk it. Now, where are we going? This is all Molly and Jacob's land. It's their little property where their little house is built and where they're raising their little family. And they have invited me to move my camp, to purchase a little tiny house of my own and to move it to a new location. And as you see, it's walking distance. It's just going to be on the other side of where their little house is set up now. So let's take a little speed up of this trip. Up to the driveway, which will be my driveway too. And then when you turn into the driveway, there's a little spot that they have built when they built the house. But I'll show you that in a little bit. This is where I will be moving my little tiny house into. Just another section of the woods. We're getting close. Here's the place. Here's the corner of the property. And what we're hoping is there's enough room to kind of come through here. And we're going to set it up in the backwoods here. I'll show you what my view will be. So I'll be set in the woods, no creek, no hill, and there is their house, and that will be the view to the north. That's what we're looking at now. And there's a little place in here that's a clearing. See, here's the first one. I'm hoping for solar panels to go into. And then when you walk back just a little bit, There's my southwest sun. So I'm checking it out to see where would I put my solar panels, where will I park the house. Don't run into the tree, Betty. And let's see. We're just I'm going to show you the view, not just of the house, but the way I'm going to set it up, and we'll have a big window to look out of. Is not in this direction. There is a house up there. Kind of the side of their house. But the front of my house will be somewhere around in this area. And there's a big tree that'll be on the back side. That's a very large pine tree. Hopefully take down some of them dead limbs to get in there. But that's where I hope the back to be. I hope this is making sense, y'all. But see, I'm going to be just surrounded by woods. I'm also going to be up on a little bit of a hill, which hopefully will improve my internet reception. Lots of trees. We're going to cut down the standing dead trees. We'll cut up the smaller trees that are knocked down, build me a wood pile, and this will be my view out my big window. Isn't it beautiful? That's a mountain over there. And this is it was about 11 o'clock, somewhere between 11 and noon in the morning. And that's how much sun there'll be. So there'll be a lot of figuring it out. And where am I going to put myself? And how am I going to get them to bring it in? But I am custom ordering a little house. It's a little shed house. It's not what I had planned, already finished. The outside will be finished. It will be larger than what I had before. But I and whoever I can get to help me will be finishing on the inside, just like we did on the shed house in Dolan Springs. So this is where I will have a driveway and where I will park my truck. You can kind of see there on the, now you can't see it. I'm looking the wrong way. But there's already a pile of some kind of driveway, slate or gravel, and it will be spread out and give me a nice parking place and staging area. But I will be nestled in among all the trees. So y'all, I got to come up with a new name for my little homestead, don't you think? And now we're going to walk out of the woods, and y'all, help me figure out exactly what we're going to call this. And I hope that you are as excited as I am about the prospect. Also hope you enjoyed this little walkabout to where I'm going to be. And here's going to be my little driveway that I was telling you. It'll come into the main driveway, and that's it. There's my pile. We're going to spread it out flat, just move it forward, and then my place will be over there to the right. So it's according to how many dead trees we have to take out and how we're going to get it in. And I have just sat down on the computer and designed my new little tiny house that I will be purchasing and parking on the same property as my daughter Molly and her husband Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. And I will be in full view of my grandbabies. And this is the view going up the road with the sunshine. And soon all them trees will be covered in leaves. Well, surprise. Betty's really moving to Virginia, and there is so much that I have to do to establish residency, and I'm about half out of my mind. But as you see, there's Phoebe's sweater with the sleeves, and I'm getting it done. So I am busy doing that. I am busy just maintaining and surviving here for the moment. And things are going to be happening. So for those of you who are new, thank you for being here. And I know it must be a disappointment. A lot of you came thinking I was on the road and I was one of them traveling people. Sometimes I will travel again. But for now, I'm making a home in Virginia. And I hope that you will join me. There will be gardens. There will be chickens. And if we play our cards right, we'll have ducks. Now that we have water, we have rain, we have trees. It's a whole different experience. And yes, it's better. And no, my life has not gotten easier yet, but it's coming. As easy as it's ever going to get. Because I like living hard. Keeps me strong. I hope y'all are doing well. I love y'all. Thank you for being here.